Hello and welcome back to another video on my channel. I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone's doing well, and I hope everyone's having a good Ramadan as well. I can't believe how quickly the first 10 days have flown by. SubhanAllah, it always just flies by so quickly. That's why you got to make the most of it. Now, today's video, a little bit different. A lot of facts, but also a lot of my opinions on the matter as well. What are the French doing? What are the French bloody doing? There is a war raging behind the scenes. We can't see a lot of it, but trust me, French football, Algerian football, there is a war raging. The French are not happy with us. They're not happy with us. Quelle surprise. That's what I'm going to say. Now, it all started, for me, really now, this all started, I mean, of course it's been going on for years and years, okay, right? Karim Benzema and that World Cup squad, he's alluded to the fact that he was frozen out. The day they lose the final, the next day, the World Cup final, Karim Benzema retires from international football with France. The Ballon d'Or winner couldn't get a game. Okay, and don't tell me he was injured. He was in the squad. He had a squad number. He could have played every squad graphic he was involved in. Right. Of course, Benzema is of Algerian descent. Since then, it's descended into utter chaos. I'm telling you now, there were conversations between Benzema and Houssem Aouar. And Houssem Aouar was denying that he wanted to switch. He was going to switch to Algeria. Suddenly, he switches. And even goes public, does an interview. And for a player to play for not just France under-19s, under-20s, under-21s, actual France national team, Aouar played a game for, to then go, you know what, I put on the blue shirt and he still wasn't good enough. I'd rather play for the Algerian team. For him to make that switch, because usually you'd expect it to be the other way around. But he has put a real shame. Aouar has made that French Le Bleu top look worthless. He's made it look worthless. He's put it on and deemed it not good enough. Okay? And he would rather wear this one. Now, he's only 24. He could easily, and look at the midfielders France call up now. Thuram from Nice, Guendouzi, people like Nzonzi have been called up before, you know? Players far worse than Aouar. And then he switches. And then as soon as he switches, he's not even played for us yet. He comes on for Lyon. When he was a France player, he was the main man. He was a 70, 80 million pound player. Now he can't get a game. He comes on, and what happens? He gets booed by his own Lyon supporters, booing him. They've gone from begging him to stay to booing him. And we know the hierarchy at Lyon have a problem when their French youth play for Algeria. Suddenly, a player like Ait-Nouri, who had no interest in Algeria, again, now talking to the FAF, wants to switch. You look at the likes of Badruddin Bouatnani, a French Mediterranean Games winner. At under 18 level, wins the trophy for France in Algeria in Oran last year. No, I want to switch and I want to play for Algeria. And you look at the talent a player like Bouatnani has, he's put a shame on the French. A shame, a real shame, that a player with that much quality and that much potential, okay, decided to switch at 18. We usually get in players when they're 26, 27, 28. 18. Hadjam, Jaouen Hadjam, called up by not one but two different French youth sides, and still wants to come and play for Algeria instead. And Belmadi has even said he'd never ever seen a player so desperately wanted by France and still pick for the Algerian choice. So the tide has changed. The shift has changed. What do the French do? They're fuming. So they take it to the next level. Why? Because they're a disgrace. They're an absolute disgrace. They bring religion into it. They bring ethnicity into it. They bring culture into it. They boo Aouar. And they say they have concerns for Aouar because he has grown a beard and gone to Mecca and done Umrah or whatever. Now he's going to be leaving for free, and they're fine with it in the summer, when he could have gone for £80 million 3 years ago. That's disgusting. Hadjam, right? Jaouen Hadjam this weekend was told, you will not be in my matchday squad in Ligue 1 because you're fasting for Ramadan. You are not going to be playing if you're fasting, okay? Now, Nantes have Moussa Sissoko, who's Muslim. They have Mohamed, the Egyptian striker, also Muslim. They're all in this squad. But the Algerian, and as soon as he played for Algeria as well, French born, as soon as he played for Algeria, Hadjam, not in the squad. Why? Because he's fasting. What does the manager say? Oh, I don't want my players fasting. It affects their performance. You got battered 3-0 at home. You got absolutely battered 3-0 without Hadjam in your defence. You got done. And now Nantes on a relegation battle. And let me tell you now, every Algerian, whether in Algeria or outside, is going to be praying and hoping and wishing that Nantes get relegated. Okay? Because that is disgusting. How dare you, how bloody dare you not let a player play because you don't think he's going to be up to optimal levels because he's fasting. And this is only in Ligue 1. Every other league is fine. Look at the Premier League. Pausing games for players to break their fast, okay? Karim Benzema fasting scores a hat-trick for Real Madrid. Salah scored while fasting. Mahrez, brilliant, got an assist. Was all over Liverpool fasting. It is disgrace. It is borderline racism. Borderline racism. The French have got a problem. And when you look at a player like Boitnani, Aouar changing, a player like Ait-Nouri, look how good Ait-Nouri was. You can't tell me these players wouldn't get in the French squad. The reason they're not been in the French squads is because they don't want to play for the French. And they see what's happened with Benzema. Nabil Fekir has disappeared off the radar of the earth. I mean, it's just crazy. So, and we don't know what's going to happen now with this Cherki and Gouiri situation. It looks to me that the French, if they can't get Cherki, they want the Italians to get him because he can play for Italy for his dad, Fabrice, rather than the Algerians to get him. So, yes, mashallah, we're getting all these players, we're building a new team, but the French are not going to let it go lightly. They're going to try these little digs, like with the Ramadan thing, like with the fasting, like with all this. Now, let's just be careful. And there's all sorts of rumours in the French under-21 camp that while Gouiri was there and Cherki was there, the keeper Meslier, the Leeds keeper, was having arguments with them, and it's just a mess. But honestly, something bad is brewing behind the scenes, and I don't like it. And full respect and support goes to Jaouen Hadjam for picking Ramadan over the relegation battle. And that is a sort of example that people should be setting and not falling for this nonsense. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. I'll see you next time.